Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the ground, it's Mack. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. They'll run the screen with Mack. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Leonard Fournette, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, 15. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Hey, 57.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 30, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They come out here in the eye.
And watch the leg. Kill. Pick that. Come.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, it's Mack. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
58, right there. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Here's Allen. Cooper's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Under 10, 10.
Allen now looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watch twins. Pilot, 64, weak. 49's the mark. Attack. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Jim.
On second down, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Yellow. Check 45 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't see 6. You don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. Attack. Watch twist. Hey, 57 color. Mike, 45. Come on. Chopper. Kill.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 99.
On Sunday. Hero 15.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Check 13.
Hero 15.
45's the mark. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Waste don't travel. Check hot route. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 15.
15. Come on.
49.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. This is picked up by the Bills.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set the tone, defense. Set the
Alert, alert, alert.
Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic.
From the 39, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
We don't want none. Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 36, 36. Shift, shift.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Get ready. Get ready.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this.
He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Butker on for the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air, Allen. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet, as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Attack!
To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return, as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run on first down. Johnson. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check.
15.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare two-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
On first down, Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
42-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground with Mack. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, Ripley. Twist.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
I don't need to.
49 to Mike. 49 to us. You're not ready.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
45, 45.
Yellow.
45. I got one. Flat strap. Here we go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch your slant.
Color.
Watch your slant.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Check it out.
Hey, 43, 15.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Too low, hey. Hey, switch gears.
Attack.
He's mine.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
49 to Mike.
Hey, rip left.
Watch the pass. Check.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go 58 to the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look out.
Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip.
To throw again. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Not here. 58, right over there, right over there.
Hey, Haywood.
Yo,
That's 10.
pick up the ball. At 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
On 3rd down, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Check 24. Watch the safety creep.
Yellow.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Sponge. No. Check 9. Check nickel. Switch.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Switch it, go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Easy.
Now Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
45, Mike, 45. General, flash. Slam. Check safety.
43.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, you got 3 down. Slam.
15.
Watch the twist.
Hey, 43.
Kill.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, Johnson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Yellow. Our go little lady. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
To throw is Mahomes, and that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game.
27.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Bills are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Ready, 18, Gator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Bills, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.